Disclaimer, if you are triggered by divination, astrology, tarot, and worldly discussions, this channel is not for you. Please enjoy.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with another intuitive reading. And thank you so much for stopping on by this beautiful channel. We do readings like this one. Well, not all the time, but it's rare when I do decide to do some unsolved murder mystery readings on the channel. We do monthly horoscopes that I did just upload, so if you want to know what's going on in your sun, moon, Venus, or rising, go check that out. And really trending topics and whatever that's going on in the cosmos. Her name is JonBenet Patricia Ramsey. She was a beauty queen and she passed away at the age of 6. When she passed away back in, I believe, in the 90s, it created a huge, it was huge when it happened, and everyone was talking about it and everyone was intrigued by this murder mystery. So I want to read to you guys her birthday and just kind of a short bio about her and what happened and what they found. And then we will do the reading. If you want to pause this video and watch the documentary or do your own research, you definitely can. I'm just going to be interpreting the cards on what happened. Keep in mind that this is just my spiritual interpretation using divination, intuition, and tarot to break down and see what took place. You don't have to believe in any of this. Don't shoot the messenger. Everyone is free to disagree, and I would love to hear your comments and your input regarding this case. So if you guys love readings like this and you want to see more readings like this, please let me know. Give this video a thumbs up so I know that you guys are into true crime murder mystery readings, okay? Because I grew up watching true crime and murder mysteries. It's Scorpio season. My mother is a Scorpio, so she's always watching that. My grandmother had Scorpio placements. She was always watching it. So it's only befitting that I grew up watching stuff like this. And I'm sure a lot of you guys did as well, or you're just intrigued by it. Not by the murder itself, but the mystery and who did what. So let's jump into her bio. JonBenet Patricia Ramsey was born August 6, 1990, and she passed away December 25th or the 26th in 1996. She was an American child beauty queen who was killed at the age of 6 in her family's home in Boulder, Colorado. A long handwritten ransom note was found in the home. Her father, John, found the girl's body in the basement of their house about 7 hours after she had been reported missing. She had sustained a broken skull from a blow to the head and had been strangled. A garrote was found tied around her neck. The autopsy reported that the JonBenet's official death was asphyxia by strangulation associated with cranocerebral trauma. Her death was ruled a homicide. The case generated worldwide public and media interest, in part because her mother, Patsy Ramsey, I believe she passed away of ovarian cancer, a former beauty queen, had entered JonBenet into a series of child beauty pageants. The crime is still considered a cold case and remains an open investigation with the Boulder Police Department. All right, so I want to ask a few questions to the Divine Queen of Swords. Now, interesting enough, as I was shuffling, this card jumped out, and during this reading I'm going to pay attention to everything. If cards jump up, if something, I'm going to acknowledge everything. If the card comes out to the side, if the card comes up upside down, we are acknowledging every little thing, okay? The Queen of Swords came up. Spirit, what can you tell me regarding the case of JonBenet Ramsey? They want me to place the Queen of Swords up here. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords reverse. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. All right, guys, so what I'm already seeing in this reading so far, I am already seeing that there was some type of conflict or fighting. Two people were involved in her death. I'm not sensing that this was an outside intruder. I know that was one of the speculations regarding this case. I am not seeing that somebody from outside came inside and strangled JonBenet Ramsey. I'm not seeing that at all. Now, the Queen of Swords is showing up in this reading, and I have to say that the Queen of Swords to me and the Queen of Cups is not necessarily two women in this reading. What I'm picking up on and what I'm guided to say is that this is showing a dual personality. So this is showing someone who has either a lot of Gemini placement or someone that is one way behind closed doors, but they're another way in the public. So behind closed doors, someone is ruling as the Queen of Swords. Someone orchestrated all of this to hide or to conceal. And then we have the Queen of Cups, someone who is emotionally distressed or emotionally talking about how this is hurting me. So I'm going to say that this is definitely the mother. Now, I'm not saying that the mother killed her own daughter, but something going on in this reading is telling me with the Seven of Swords here, reverse, she was keeping a secret. She was concealing or keeping a secret regarding something. A fight broke out. So whatever conflict that was happening within the home, it started to have a domino effect and an outbreak where JonBenet Ramsey was killed. And then we have the Ten of Wands. It took a lot of work. So I'm hearing the word concealed. It took a lot of work to convince the masses that she had nothing to do with it, because a lot of people felt that she was the one that did it. But I'm seeing that two people played a hand in her death, okay? And I'm giving the mother the side eye right now because she seems to be the one that is orchestrating everything. And she worked really hard with the Ten of Wands to have this look a certain way. So I'm going to say in this reading, this is just my opinion and my interpretation. What I'm picking up on is that I am not believing that somebody broke in the house and they did all of this to her, okay? Now, keep in mind, guys, I don't know the ins and outs of this case, and I prefer it that way because I like to walk in readings not knowing too much information, because I feel that the more information you know, the more you lean on your own understanding, and you're not really connecting with the divine and listening to what the divine has to say. Because when we believe in something, we're going to have that come out in the reading, and that's not the point of this. I have a candle lit right now and black smoke is coming out, so there's still a lot of heavy energy surrounding this reading, but I didn't want to do too much research. I think reading what I saw was enough, and knowing that there was a ransom letter was also enough. And all of the in-betweens and people saying there was an outside intruder, I think that's good. So who we have to bring into question is the mother, the father, and JonBenet Ramsey's brother, the brother. All of them play a role in this, and interesting enough, that's about 4 people in the household, but there's another person that has an idea of what happened, the Five of Wands. There was a conflict that took place. 2 people were involved in the death. And there was a decision that had to be made on how they were going to go about it. So I kind of feel like this was a family quarrel gone wrong. That's what it's leaning towards. Now I want to see, show me the mother. Did the mother kill JonBenet Ramsey? The Six of Cups, the Four of Cups, and then the Five of Cups. I don't believe that she killed her daughter, but I do believe that she played a hand in concealing or hiding something. With the Five of Cups here, she had a lot of grief because of this. So I'm not going to say that she did, but this was not just a one-person thing. It feels like 2 people were involved in her death, or 2 to 3 people did something to conceal it. So it's not really looking good in a sense of how I'm interpreting it and what I'm picking up on and what I'm seeing, okay? Another thing that I find interesting is that the Six of Cups is showing up because a child did pass away. It's showing that a child was innocent in all of this, and I'm just getting a vibe that JonBenet had a very rough childhood. It's talking about how at a young age she had to perform, she had to show up, she had to basically be a beauty queen. And I do believe that the mother, I keep picking up on stand up straight. Don't put that in your mouth. Don't do that. You have to win. You have to be perfect. So the mother was, in a way, very hands-on with her daughter, and all of the attention was going on her. All of the attention was devoted to the rise of JonBenet and her being a beauty queen. So there was an obsession from the mother, the Queen of Swords. So even though she came out to the public like she's a Queen of Cups and someone that's emotional and so sad that her daughter's gone, behind closed doors, she was very strict with JonBenet Ramsey. She was very strict with when she can play, when she can do things. And in turn, the Six of Cups is showing me that, in a way, her being under the Five of Wands, you know, may she rest in peace, but she was probably a little princess. She was probably a little bratty. That's the word that I can think of. I couldn't think of another word to describe it. But bratty is the word that I'm getting, meaning she's going to get what she wants, how she wants it, because all of the attention is on her. Everything is solely around her. Interesting. Now, another weird, creepy thing about this reading is that under the Queen of Swords is the Four of Cups. Contemplation on what are we going to do since this happened? What are we going to do that the Five of Wands broke out? What are we going to do because this escalated and now we have to figure this out? This doesn't look good. I don't want this to look bad on us. I don't want this to happen. The Four of Cups talks about meditation and really contemplating. So they knew that she was already dead. This feels like an accident. This feels like a big argument that took out, and somehow, some way, she ends up dead. And now the family in the household, everyone in that house, they're scrambling on what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. Now, another thing I'm picking up on, there is a police officer I'm seeing. There is a man outside of the household that helped them conceal or move things around with the Five of Wands, because I feel that two people played a role in killing her or concealing something. The mother was hysteric, but she was orchestrating how she wanted this to go. Meditation on how we're going to go about it. The Five of Wands, the conflict in itself. Okay, so let's see. Was there, because I'm seeing a police officer or someone that was, were they very prominent, were they socialites in the neighborhood? I feel like these people had a lot of power. They can pull a lot of strings. They were probably rich. They had a lot of access to the things that they wanted. Yes, the Ace of Pentacles. There was a police officer that played a role in concealing what needed to be concealed. Yes, the Ten of Swords. So this is talking about the death and what he walked into. This was not just something that happened. An intruder did not do this. Certain things was concealed and hidden from authorities when they were called on the scene. Okay, so I'm going to confirm in this reading that one of her family members is the reason why JonBenet is no longer here. She was killed by a family member. I don't believe that it was the mother, but I do believe the mother knew who did it, and she actually died not only because of the other, I believe she passed away. Did she pass away? If she didn't pass away, Spirit is saying she was going to develop an illness or get sick because of how much this really broke her heart, and she was very grief-stricken by this. But if she did pass away, part of the reason why she passed away was the grief of how that happened in the night, on how everything took place. Now, what's creepy about this reading is that this happened on Christmas, and we know that Santa Claus is really Santa Claus coming down the chimney and giving gifts to your kids. But we know, like, we know that with Santa Claus is really our family that brings the children a whole bunch of gifts. Cover your children's ears if they're listening to this, but Santa Claus is really probably one of your parents or one of your family members that's putting gifts under the tree and saying that it's Santa Claus. So again, what's eerie about this is that all of this happened on Christmas, and Santa Claus is not necessarily a big white man jumping down your chimney and he has like this carriage and all of these reindeers on your roof and he's breaking in your house and eating all of your cookies and drinking all of your milk. And then he leaves like he didn't just do that, but at least he left gifts, right? Try to do that shit now, you're getting arrested. Like, I don't care if you had good intentions. You don't break in somebody's house, eat their cookies, drink their milk, and leave gifts under the tree like you didn't just break in the house in the middle of the night at that. So hear me out, right? This happened on Christmas. And we know the term Santa Claus. Well, Santa Claus must have came early, which was the intruder. The intruder must have been Santa Claus, which was like the running joke that I heard regarding this case. In my opinion, the way that I see it, the intruder wasn't Santa Claus. Someone within the family is Santa Claus, meaning someone did this within her family. So I want to see Now we're going to reshuffle the cards. So I'm getting a vibe that the mother had something to do with covering it up and playing a distressed, emotional mother. Hence why the Queen of Cups was under the Queen of Swords. Even though she was the Queen of Swords orchestrating this, to the public, she's a damsel in distress. And behind closed doors, she was very strict and even a little bit mean to her daughter because she's in a beauty pageant. She has to win. And sometimes parents can live vicariously through their children to win. And just all of this stuff is psychological and it runs deep. So who killed JonBenet Ramsey? Who killed her? Okay. Now, what's interesting is there was a blow to her head. And the Five of Wands did show up in the reading. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. Who killed JonBenet Ramsey? The Four of Pentacles reverse. Whoever did this was jealous. Now, why would a parent be jealous of their child? So now I feel a rivalry here. Why was there a rivalry? What is that? Five of Cups. Whoever did this felt abandoned, misunderstood. No one ever pays attention to me. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. 10 of Swords. But then we have the 10 of Cups. This is a family member. The 10 of Cups is a family. It's family. It was a man. It was a man, and they were jealous. It was a young man. It's a boy, man. It's definitely a male. Definitely a male. And the parents covered it up. 9 of Cups reverse. 7 of Cups reverse. Who did it? Page of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands. Page of Wands reverse. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. A fire sign male. The Knight of Wands could be a young male. Intuitively, this is pointing at the brother. It's pointing at him. And that makes sense that it's pointing at him. It makes sense because there was a rivalry or a jealousy here. Why would there be a jealousy or a rivalry? Why would parents be jealous of their 6-year-old child for being in a beauty pageant? Unless it's a sibling that felt neglected and felt like they weren't getting the proper attention necessary because it was all about JonBenet and her beauty pageants. And the mother was consumed with having JonBenet be this winner. So she wasn't paying attention to her other child the way that she should have. The way that she should have been attending to her child. So did the brother have anything to do with this? The King of Wands. The Page of Wands. Yeah. The 9 of Wands. The 6 of Pentacles, a debt being owed. The Ace of Cups is showing up again. The 10 of Cups is showing up again. Judgment, the Hangman. The Star, the Moon. I'm going to have to say yes, and the family covered it up. This feels like this was a big mistake. This was an accident. So what I'm seeing, let's see, how was this an accident though? So let's look at the reading. Someone had an inappropriate exchange or connection with JonBenet Ramsey. This is kind of creepy, but I'm not going to touch too much on that energy. Just know that she wasn't protected the way that she needed to be protected. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. You're putting your daughter in a beauty pageant. There's adults that may look at children like they're also adults. This is creepy. Now, guys, this is just my interpretation regarding this. the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles. Now this is something in a realm of I'm holding something. This is mine. This belongs to me. Now again, I don't know the ins and outs of what happened or all of the details, and I'm just going to keep it that way for the sake of this reading because again, I want to walk in on this reading understanding, okay, so let me try to remote view intuitively and pay attention to what I feel, to what I'm seeing. And I'm covering my head so I don't get any type of psychic attack. Okay, the brother is connected to this because I keep seeing him holding something or playing with something. Ace of Pentacles, that's confirming. I'm going to close my eyes. I don't know what card. The Magician. I'm going to close my eyes again. What card is this? The Hermit reverse. And what's weird was I'm doing something by myself. I'm by myself. I'm minding my business. I'm minding my business. This is how this all took place. Our parents are asleep or they're away. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a petty, annoying, childish card. So JonBenet must have came and took his Ace of Pentacles or took something from him. What siblings do. Taking something out of your hand, and because he already felt neglected, and then the person that is the cause of feeling neglected comes out of nowhere and is annoying and takes something that is his, just maybe probably playing around, because that's what kids do. That's what the Page of Swords is about, is childlike play. The Six of Wands reverse. All of the emotions of I don't receive recognition, I don't receive support, I don't receive anything. Queen of Wands reverse. You're a socialite. Everything is about you. Everything is about the attention that you're receiving. So there was some type of a fight that took place. Page of Wands, yes. Page of Wands. And the Five of Wands came up earlier in this reading. Death. Okay. Now, in readings like this, I normally don't associate death with the meaning of death in readings because it can mean transformation and transition. But the fact that this person was alone minding their business, and this does feel like, in my opinion, the brother, and this is what I'm interpreting. He's minding his business, and then Page of Swords, here you come. Six of Wands, all of these emotions. Queen of Wands reverse. Queen of Wands is like the socialite, it's the beauty queen. Queen of Wands reverse. All of this is your fault. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. And then death. Nine of Swords, this feels like this was an accident. So she had a blow to the head. This feels like an accident. This feels like a fight. This feels like, it's mine, get off of me. No, it's mine, it's mine. The Devil. He snapped. Six of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. And they were fighting over something. They were fighting over something he had in his hands. The Three of Wands. The Knight of Swords. It got violent. This was a fight. The Three of Cups reversed. The Three of Pentacles. Guys, it was the family. Temperance. This was the fucking family. He pushed her. And her head hit something really hard, which was the blow that happens. She's showing me her family intuitively. The mother had nothing to do with the death of it all, but it's like she came in after the fact, and it's like we have to figure this out, and she was in this grief of everything that took place. But it had to do with her children. That's why she was so conflicted. It's like, I'm going to protect my family. The strangulation. Somebody, this was a she wasn't dead, but she was unconscious. They could have actually saved her. But because they felt that she died of a blow to the head, they did not want them to tie it together, because whatever that hit her head is connected to the brother somehow, some way. Maybe his DNA was on it. This is where I'm seeing the cop removing that evidence. So they had to find a way on how did she die. One of them strangled her. Somebody strangled her to make it look like she was strangled. And somebody wrote the letter. Who wrote the letter? Who wrote the letter? Who wrote the letter? Nobody broke in the house. This was a family quarrel gone wrong, and the family was trying to cover it up. The Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups, the parents. The Two of Cups speaks of two people. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. They had to make a choice. The Judgment. This wasn't an easy decision. It's almost like we can't reveal that this was a family thing gone wrong. Ten of Cups again, reverse, Ten of Cups again. We can't reveal that because we're a perfect family, or we look a certain way. The Nine of Swords, we have a decision that we have to make. The King of Cups, the Six of Cups. We have to do this. We have to do this to make it seem like that's the case. So they did all of this. They staged all of this. Either one of the parents did it, or they had the green light for someone else, which could be this cop. Put on gloves. I keep seeing gloves. Put on gloves. Strangle her so it's not connected to any of us and it looked like an intruder did it. Remove this so it's not connected to our kid, because this was just a fight gone wrong. We don't want his life to be ruined. We don't also want this to come out, because this will reveal that we actually had issues in the household. We have connections in Hollywood, so let's do a whole bunch of interviews rather than really communicating with the police. Let's make this a big thing to deflect. Wow. Four of Wands. To the Lovers. The parents had something. This is insane. The Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. There were a couple of investigators that knew the truth, but they kept getting dismissed because they had high rank in society. I keep hearing society. They had rank, so they were able to help conceal this. They had rank. Secret society, I keep hearing, which is why they had such heavy media attention, because they had strings to pull to make this what it is. They didn't want that to be revealed. The Two of Wands reverse. The Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. This was a fight gone wrong. The Devil. And they did not want this to come out the Fool. They took a risk. They did not want this to be revealed, the Two of Cups. So my predictions, or my interpretation of this, is that the family had everything to do with this death and they covered it up. And even though this was not intentional, they did not want this to come out that there was conflict. And because of this, all of them have been living their life, or have lived life feeling conflicted and in pain. And this was a dark, heavy secret that they had to carry. The Devil card showed up in this reading. Yep, right here. This was that deep, dark secret. The Two of Cups. After the death scene, you see there's blood and there's the Two Cups. After everything, we're going to support each other. We're going to help each other. So how does the brother feel about the death? Because it's pointing at him. It's pointing at him being an accident. So I want to see something. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Cups reverse. Seven of Swords. This is creepy. And Seven of Swords is that sneaky energy. it's Seven of Swords is, I know something that you don't. So the fact that the brother got this energy, and it feels just very, it's something that we don't have to talk about. It's something that we don't have to discuss. The Moon, secret. This is, the Moon, the Magician. The Magician is able to be in two places at once. The Magician is able to make you believe in what they want you to believe in. So this is my interpretation, guys. All right, guys, that's the reading. Thank you guys so much. I will be back with probably 1 or 2 more of readings like this, celebrating spooky Halloween season and the veil being thin. Leave a comment down below. What do you think regarding this reading? What do you think regarding the case? And do you feel like it will ever come out regarding this? This was my interpretation and intuitive reading regarding this. May she rest in peace. This was my intuitive reading regarding the JonBenet Ramsey case. May she rest in peace. And thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye.